Today we're going to look at 4 different ways that students solve this one problem. Let's start with Aviella's way. She was thinking hard about her work with base 10 blocks, and she built each of the 4 addends. Notice in her recording, she represented each of the addends drawing symbols that look like the base 10 blocks. Next, she counted the 10 rods by 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. From there, she counted on by ones as she touched each of the X's she had drawn. 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130. 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137. She finally arrived at 137, knowing that that was her answer. Angelina solved this problem in a very different way. Her way is also one of our focus strategies. She used decomposition to make the numbers friendlier. She was adding the same 4 numbers, but first she decomposed each addend. Next, she added the 10s, so she added 50 plus 40, which equals 90. She then added the 10 to 100, and the 20 bringing her to 120, and she recorded that. Next, she added the digits in the ones column, 1, 5, 3, and 8, arriving at 17, and she recorded that 17. Down below, she decomposed 17 further into 10 plus 7. When she added it to the 120, she came up with the same answer, 137. Bo was also thinking about base 10 blocks when he did his recording. And his recording is a lot like Angelina's thinking. He just doesn't show quite as many of the steps. He was adding the same numbers, but he added 40 plus 20 plus 10 plus 5 plus 50, arriving at 120 without actually showing the decomposition. But he knew that the 4 represented 40. The value of the 2 was 20. The value of the 1 is 10, and the value of that 5 is 50. Underneath the 120, you'll see the 17. That is the sum of the 5, 3, 8, and 1. From there, he came up with 120 plus 10 plus 7, and finally 137 for an answer. This is another focus strategy, and its name is partial sums. Last but not least, we have Logan's way. When Logan saw that he had 4 addends, he decided to focus on 2 at a time. So you'll see on the left, he added 45 plus 23 using the partial sums method that Bo showed us. He added 18 plus 51 on the right, again using partial sums. He then found himself with 2 new numbers to add, 68 plus 69. And you see him adding those right in the middle, again using that partial sums method. So 60 plus 60 is 120, 8 plus 9 is 17. And below that, he finally arrives at 137 when he adds his sums together.